Hey, g'day guys, how you going? Steve Indus here. Well, today I'm going to show you another good idea which I showed on a video before, and that idea is I use the gecko on the TS55 rail or the rail system, and it's worked out really good. However, the gecko, it's big, it's about 300 millimeters long, and when you put it on the rail, on a big job, no problem at all, it's fabulous, it locks down because you've got two of them and it really locks down. But I found that when I'm using the GRS saw guide, I found that it, when I wanted to lock this down, I mean, obviously I can only cut board, approximately 350 wide and still be able to lock it down. Then this week I was working on my computer and I got a little email come in from Beyond Tools over in Perth. Now Beyond Tools sell Virutex, which is a Spanish company, sort of like a Spanish version of Festool. And they're not bad, some of their stuff, it's okay. I have and I've had some Virutex stuff. And lo and behold, I said that they've got like a rail system. But the best part about their rail system is they've got a little gecko system. And I thought to myself, I was always looking for a little gecko, just a single one. So when I'm using the GRS rail, I can just use the one little suction cup, and therefore I can cut something much smaller. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now the setup of how I've got it, just to sort of describe it. Now, here we go. Here it is here. It's a little ripper. You get two. Here's the other one. Now, they were about approximately, let me see. They're approximately, 100 millimeters diameter. The gecko is, when you look at it compared to the gecko is around about 120, but the whole thing about the gecko, look, it's 330 millimeters wide, and I can't lock it down I can lock it down with one, but it's a bit of a hassle. This is a little ripper, and the best part about it is it comes from a rail system, and if you look at it here, it's got a little indent. So if we look here, you can see that it fits the rail. So I've got it unlocked now. I've made my own little custom thing. They had these crappy little, come on guys, they spare me. Have a look at this. The wing nut. What's with the wing nut? This is 2018 and people are still using wing nuts and there's good things available. Okay, so what I've got is I've got this which can now slide along. I put a little bit of a packer in there because there's about a 2 millimeter difference between the rebate of this and the rail, but that was okay, that was easy. I made that just simply out of a bit of scrap. So I've got a bit of a washer in there. So all I do is, now I've got a narrow bit of board, and that bit of board is 160 wide. So you can see that in actual fact I could go down to about 130 millimeters wide. Now I've got my board, you can see I've got my board here. I'll see if I can turn this around. Okay, sorry about my camera stuff, as I've always said. I'm really crap at it. Okay, here I've got my yellow box shed dogs on my new black bench, and my new black MDF bench, which I've oiled in Osmo coat. I used 2 coats of Osmo oil and I buffed it with a Festool and a vial and some Osmo coat, and I've buffed the actual final coat in, so it's nice and firm and hard, and it feels great. It's lovely and smooth. Anyway, if you use these dogs, which are very simple, like so, I just pop these dogs in there, use the little camber lock in between the two of them. That's locked down, and unlike the Festool one, these ones from Yellow Box, this little camber locks from Yellow Box Shed, it's really good because the Festool one tends to, as you squeeze it together, tends to want to lift the product up. unless you lock down these from underneath with the screws. Now you can do that with these or other ones which I have, and that's all good, but that's, you know, a bit of a hassle. I just want to be able to simply put it on. Now, coming back to here, of course, is the unit side. Now, I can actually just hold this down here, get my saw, and I'll just grab my TS55 saw. So there you go, just a standard saw. Pop her on here, and I can rip away as I like. Now, because it's so narrow, it's often good to put a little bit of a spacer block at the end to support the rail a bit more, or I can back the rail off a bit. So I might just back the rail off because it's tipping forward a little bit, but that's only because I'm cutting such thin stock. So we pull the rail back, it's a bit squishy, yep, okay. Now it's sitting a bit better. Lock in the rail. By the way, this is the new Buddy Track grip. Fantastic, again from Yellow Box Shed. I designed the original one, and here was, you might remember, you might have seen the video before, here was my original one, which went like so. John from Yellow Box Shed got onto it, and he's come up with an absolute ripper. It's got a rebate at the front, which makes it sit nice and firm, and it's a great sort of action. I'm pushing forward like this, it feels really good. I can lift it up really easy. Now I've got something to hang on to. I really like it. Now, if I want added security, I now just lock this down to where I want, push this down a bit, put a bit of pressure on there. It's always good to put a bit of pressure, and lock it down. Now, that's locked down, not going anywhere. Okay, I'll lift it up here from the rack. So that's sticking now with the little Virutex suction cup. I've locked it down. Everything's nice and firm. In fact, everything is really, really firm. And it's just a matter of go across, do my cut. Easy peasy. I ground these down a little bit, these two little knobs down a bit, because it was fouling up with the underside of here, and I can come up with a better solution to that, but it's late now on Easter Thursday, and all the places are probably shut now for me to go and get something which I know that I can do with later, which will clear that completely, so it won't be an issue. So these are really good. I really like these. These are a great little single little suction cup. I mean, they might have some other applications which I haven't yet explored. They only came in today. Now they're a Virutex. They were $92 a pair, which I think is pretty good, because the gecko from Festool I think is about 160, something like that. So these are 92, but mind you, at the same time you get a lot of product for that little bit extra. So when you think about it, this is there's a lot more in this product. It is a Festool #1. You've got the little rail attachment. You've got the actual gecko pads, which are really well done. But these are terrific as a small lockdown. So anyway, what I thought was, where we go back here again. Anyway, what I thought to do was to show you what I've done today. Keep up the videos. Anyways, it's good. You don't have to have it, but I like to know that when I lock it down, it's locked down nice and secure. It's not going to slip. Those GRS rails are absolutely dead set square. So, sorry for a bit of waffle on today, but now some of the next videos I'm going to do some videos on the Yellow Box Shed stuff that's just come in. John Lafferty has sent me a great big box of stuff which I've had on order for a while, and I look forward to getting into the weekend. There's a few little surprises there that you haven't all seen yet. So you have a nice weekend, have a nice Easter, because tomorrow's Easter Friday, and don't eat too many Easter eggs. Me, I don't, because I'm trying to give up sugar. Oh, never mind. I'll have an extra glass of wine. Okay, see you guys. Cheers.